So underway now as they come through the finish line. They will have 7 laps to go. It's the extended 400-metre circuit here with the outside water jump. So instead of the traditional 7.5 laps, they're doing 7 laps and about 60 metres. So dawdling pace at the moment. Race in 4 still. 3 medals up for grab, 4 bodies out there. And the pace is quite slow. So I'll just throw down to James Coleman with another presentation. So 1 lap completed. All 4 of these are actually very good steeplechasers. We saw that as they went through the water jump. Every one of them had great technique. So a little bit of cat and mouse at the moment. Lazzaro last year won this event in 10:21. He leads. White's just behind him, then Norman, then a Blackwell. So race in 4 still. About 500 metres into the journey. So coming round 5 to go, Lazzaro has put a little bit of speed into this steeplechase event. White's in second still, then Norman, then Blackwell. They're all still in touch, with Lazzaro certainly setting the pace. As we said, they're all very proficient over the barriers. So technique's not the issue here, it's going to be leg speed. Who's got the superior speed on a bit of a windy day here at Lakeside Stadium, but conditions not too bad to launch out and try and go for a good time. And what I'm expecting, probably over that last kilometre, that's where we're going to see some good moves here from this field. So Lazzaro cleanly over the barrier again, or the water jump once again. Really nice style going through the water. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's what we expect to see. You see him just doing the light toe step over the standard barriers. So does Robert Whites. Norman, if any, probably needs to just get a little bit more extension through the water jump. Lost a little bit of distance to Weiss, which he then has to make up again. So Lazzaro's out to about nearly 20 metres now. Can he go back to back in this under 20 competition? So mid-stages of this 3,000 metre steeple, and Hamish Lazaro certainly putting the foot down, trying to make this his own race, just approaching the water jump once again. Look at that, just nicely through, a little bit of a splash, but you just see that his momentum not held back at all. So White's once again getting a couple of metres over Norman for that battle for second and third at the moment on the track. And going through the water jump, White's comes out with an extra 2 or 3 metres, and that's the difference in technique. Three to go, Lazaro. So about 90 metres separating the field now as we see Lazaro approaching the back straight and over the barrier. White's now about 30 to 35 metres back, but he's in that lap put perhaps 20 metres on Norman. So are the placings getting fairly settled now? Norman's starting to have a peek over the shoulder, not necessarily a great sign, but when he looks behind he'll see that Blackwell's another 50 metres back. So 2 to go for Hamish Lazaro. Weiss about 35 metres back. Another 50 back to Norman now, and then 50 back to Blackwell. So I can't see too much change here over the final 2 laps. The field seems pretty well settled, unless we have a fall or someone absolutely blows up. Lazaro, though, perhaps the cadence coming back down a little bit, and Weiss maybe making a little bit of a move here. The gap down to about 25 metres. I think he's pulled 10 metres back. This could be interesting as we get into the final lap and a half here. So it's good height once again from White's going over. This could be interesting. I don't think it's over yet because Lazaro didn't quite have that extension going through the water jump, and that gap's now down to 15 metres. It will be on the last lap here. So Hamish Lazaro leads it. But he's going to have to raise momentum again because White's is now down to under 10 minutes behind him. 10 metres behind him. And looming large. Norman still got a big gap in that bronze medal position over Blackwell, but the race is now on for the gold medal. Can Lazaro get it going again down the back straight, as he will be challenged by Whites from Westbourne Grammar? Lazaro moving again. This is how he looked on the first few laps. Starting to extend the lead out again. Whites has made the move, but has he got enough to overtake? And I don't know if he will. Lazaro about 200 metres out. So Lazaro, 10:21 last year. I think he's going to be ahead of that time. So will Whites, but I think that's our gold and silver medals. Looking over at the 200 metre mark, Norman still over there. So Lazaro looked like he was under threat there for a while. Just maintaining or conserving his energy through those final few laps and then just let it go on the last lap. So strategic win here from Hamish Lazaro. He'll go back-to-back in this steeplechase, and he'll be quicker than last year. So Whites will come through for the silver medal. So 10-16 unofficial. Whites will take silver. Norman will take third, and then we'll throw back to Blackwell, and he'll be in the fourth position. So I'll throw down now to James Coleman for the next presentation.